What an experience out on the dock, revisiting our time at Plantation on Crystal River. I've still got my buddy Captain Jake here with me. What did you say? In-water guide, which I got to tell you
Yes.
was so appreciated. But before we talk about our actual time in the water, let's talk about the experience overall. We had an early boat, but here at Plantation on Crystal River, you guys make it easy. You're literally able to wake up,
Absolutely.
roll out of bed, and we're right here.
Yes. We're a full resort, and you walk from your room right here behind us. Come right over. It's a 5-minute walk. We get you in your wetsuit. We watch a short little video, teach you kind of how to behave in the water with the manatees, and then we get you loaded up on the boat. You can see our other boat leaving behind us there, and then we get you in the water and go have some fun with our manatees.
Okay, let's talk about too the video, and I liked how you said too, trying to teach how we need to kind of prepare. I will tell you firsthand, mentally, I was ready. I knew to be calm. I knew the importance. But when you are in the water and you are getting close to a manatee, I mean, there's something very primal that almost happens when you see the size of it. You handled it. You told me you're okay. You're okay. Explain what people experience in that moment, because again, it was nothing I've ever experienced before.
It's hard. It's different for everybody. I mean, most people get in the water and you see this big, giant, 10-foot long, 1,000-pound animal in front of you. And then all of a sudden they go, oh my God, that thing is huge.
Yes.
And everything we've learned is passive observation. It's what we preach here, is to observe these animals in the wild doing whatever they want to do in their natural habitat. And we try not to alter their natural behavior at all. So when we get in the water, we want you nice and calm, flat in the water. That's why we put you in these wetsuits, so you're nice and relaxed in the water. But your mind always tells you, oh my God, I'm way too close to that animal.
Yes.
Because you don't have that big 2-foot piece of glass between it like you would normally do when you go to the aquarium.
And you did. I mean, he actually told me when we were in the water, he's like, you're not doing anything wrong. And it was, I mean, I was really nose to nose. What an incredible experience. And
Yes.
what I was able, the entire time, it's educational. Talk about how there's so much education involved and how much conservation. I mean, you can tell it's a real passion of you guys here at Plantation on Crystal
It
River.
really is. I mean, the biggest thing, we want people to leave here being educated about being in the water here in Florida, about being with our manatees anywhere you go in the state of Florida. We can potentially be in the water swimming with a manatee, but we want to have that education so you know what to do when you're around these animals. And the conservation, we've been cleaning up this bay for about the last 10 years now with the help of Sea and Shoreline and Save Crystal River, and they've done an incredible job. And by what they've done here with our waterways and conserving it, we're out here on a daily basis. I mean, I found trash today on our trip. You didn't even see me do it, and I picked it up. And I carry it with us. And all the guys out here, whether it's with our company, we're out here always trying to clean up and help so we sustain this water as much as we possibly can for our manatees.
And of course, too, I think that comes with educating the younger generations. And we
Absolutely.
had our kids. Ed, of course, had his
Yes.
daughters.
Yes.
And just being able to teach them the importance of the waterways at that young age. This is something that all ages can experience and not
Absolutely.
necessarily feel like you're the strongest swimmer, because I enjoyed having the pool noodle in the water. I'm not going to lie.
So we do ages anywhere from 4 years old, 5 years old is about the bottom where we like to do it.
Yeah.
At that age, if they're a little uncomfortable in the water, I'm really great at giving piggyback rides. I just stick them on my back, and then I take a noodle. And yes, I'm the in-water guide, so I'll have a noodle too, and I'll swim those kids around so they get a look. But I've also had, an 80-year-old grandmother out here that is, not comfortable in the water, and I do the same thing, and she holds onto my arm with that noodle, and I will tow her around as well. So she gets a cool up-close experience with our manatees.
Now, I'll admit, I was the one that was like, okay, how cold is the water going to be? Because it was chilly in the morning, of course.
So when you get out of the water, we have fresh towels for everybody. We also bring coffee on the boat. We have hot chocolate for the kids, or for anybody else for that matter. And then we do this really cool thing called a manatee mocha, where we take the hot chocolate, we put it in there, and then we pour coffee over the top of it.
We got to experience the springs.
Yes.
Talk about that. That was something I had never been up close to, that I really didn't expect on our adventure, but I was so surprised and feel such a better person coming away after being able to experience it the way we did.
Yeah, we are probably one of the biggest areas, except for up north, the Wakulla River, that has these springs. I mean, in a big concentrated area like this. There's probably 40 to 50 major named springs here in our bay that we can go to and experience that beautiful crystal clear water, see some fish, see some turtles, some birds and other nature and wildlife out here. And then we get lucky sometimes and those manatees are in there as well. So it just kind of depends.
It was a win-win. Again, we got to experience so much. I've learned so much. Thank you for
You're
your
welcome. No,
time.
thank you for coming.
You bet. This is something we've talked about for years, of course, with
Yes.
Plantation on Crystal River. So
Yep.
I'm so glad I had the opportunity. And we, of course, are giving you the opportunity opportunity to win the same experience. As always, head over to our website for even more information. Captain Jake, thank you for doing this with us
Absolutely.
today.